I hadn't been camping in over 30 years. A friend of mine suggested that we try out Windhall Brook in South Londonderry, Vermont. Now the campsites are really close together there, and our standard non-electric tent site cost us about $20 for each night. Our site had a lean-to where you could store things so they wouldn't get wet. Other sites had electric that you could hook up to your camper and such. This is our camp space here. Lean-to. Other camping areas. This is where the wood ticks live. Single shower. That's all you got. Walking down from the campsite to the river down there. Right behind our campsite was a path that led right down to the river. We were able to hang out and put chairs in the water and cool down. Here's the little river right down from the campsite. Really shallow. Certain parts might be like 2-3 feet deep. I don't see how anybody could go tubing down this though. It is like so rocky in this area. But further down the river there's a larger area where people can swim if you so desire. But it's not very deep overall where we were, perhaps 2 or 3 feet deep at most. There's a strict policy in the campsite where you can only bring the local wood to avoid diseases that wood might have that spread to other trees or insects, of course. And you can buy wood right outside of the campground. There's a small stall, someone sells it. It's like $4 or $5 for 25 sticks of wood. And they're pretty good size, should last you about 5 hours. There's a strict no noise, no music policy from 10 p.m. in the campground until 6 a.m. in the campground. You should plan to only have meals that can be cooked in a single pan or a single pot. We only had a single burner stove, so each meal we planned, we were able to cook in the single pan, which was great. You don't have to eat old baked beans and hot dogs for camping anymore. You can if you want, but that's not our style. Planning your meals out in advance is essential for camping. We planned to eat chicken Alfredo with yellow squash for dinner, so we cut up the chicken and the yellow squash ahead of time in separate bags and put them in our cooler.
We're cheating. Obviously, we don't have the kitchen I would like to, but Newman's Own makes a good Alfredo sauce and some pre-cooked pasta. I've never used it before, but hopefully it's good. We'll see how it goes. Chicken Alfredo with yellow squash is taking form. That's a single pot meal on a single burner camp stove. Home cooking at the campground.
We cut up kielbasa ahead of time and put it in Ziploc bags for the cooler. We also had farm fresh eggs and pre-ground our coffee beans for our French press so we could have gourmet coffee. We brought our kettle to boil water for coffee in the morning and tea. All you had to do is bring sugar or cream if you wanted that for your coffee. We also brought bananas because they're simple and easy to accommodate our breakfast. All I had to do is heat up the kielbasa, season the eggs with some Himalayan sea salt and some pepper. If you still had coals in the fire pit from the night before, some fire pits have fire grates that are better than others, and you can actually perhaps cook on them if you had to. But ours wasn't in great shape, so we didn't.